Welcome, I'm Todd Raffel with Eightfold. We're a talent intelligence platform here with the Global Talent Director of WD-40, company based in San Diego area, Rachelle Snook, talking about what's on her mind as a talent leader now, both in the short run, what's on her mind now, and what she's thinking about more forward thinking, medium, long term, moving forward. So now a couple of things were in the short term. You're working on the onboarding process, which looks quite different now. Tell us about that.
It does. Yeah, we got thrust into it and we're figuring it out along the way, and we're having some learning moments, but we're adapting with the support of primarily our IT team, to be honest. We're, things like drive-through orientation, picking up equipment curbside. We're adapting all of what our in-face orientation would have been to online platform and making it engaging in such ways, using different tools like voting and word cloud and learning and video in new and different ways. We are also partnering people virtually with what we call tribal tour guides. So where we haven't done that before, much more cross-pollination to help with that onboarding experience. From a employee engagement standpoint, once they're on board, that's an important piece too to remain focused on. From health and wellness perspective,
of your current employees,
for our current employees, is we're providing them with health and wellness kits, mailing them to their homes with the yoga mat and the bands, the hand weights. We're following up with pop sugar videos. We're asking one another to schedule time together, whether it's doing a workout or a lunch break, really focusing on the employee engagement and all the things for today.
Nice. More medium term and long term, you have a lot of that on your mind as well, including we were talking about reskilling of your IT and customer service teams. Talk about that.
Yeah, because we're being asked to do a lot of different things that we haven't done in the past, and we're throwing people into the deep end in some cases. I think it's a great challenge. Before, I think we were a little more cautious about who we invited to do certain roles. Maybe they didn't have all the experience or the training, but this acceleration, if you will, of skill development is happening right before our eyes. People are figuring it out. We're providing them with links to retool themselves for quick tutorials. We're redirecting people back to our online LMS systems for refreshes, and from customer service, helping more on the sales side, because we're fortunate to have quite a strong demand there still, even post COVID-19. And just thinking outside of the box, letting some of those barriers go that we have previously experienced.
And working with suppliers as well?
Yeah. We have incremental demand in our supply chain, and our logistics and manufacturing suppliers who are outsourced, they too are experiencing talent shortages in their areas where they've got now people not able to return to work. So what can we do to partner as a TA and an HR and a leadership team to help our suppliers be successful and get through these challenging times, connecting talent exchange with them, helping screening resumes and resources, providing them with health and safety equipment where we can source it from our other locations, just to get everyone back to work.
And you are also working on pipeline building for positions that you're going to hire for later?
Right. So as we start thinking about our return to work plan and take a breath to do that, some of our positions have been delayed. So let's start thinking about what positions are going to come back online first, right? And building our talent pipelines, because unfortunately there's a high demand of candidates, more so than ever. So let's connect with those people through our employment brand, through our recruiters, through our sources. Let's get them into the pipeline. Let's start pre-screening those people, because as soon as we do recover from this, our TA team is going to be ready to go support the business.
And lastly, you're thinking of a myriad of things that relate to return to work, how people enter work. Do they want to keep working at home? Do they not? What does their schedule look like if they are still working at home? You and I have talked about companies that are saying work from home, but maybe not between 3 and 5 when you've got kids to pick up, or 7:30 and 8:30, or whenever kids go to school. So you're trying to work through all of these issues. Do you touch a machine when you enter the building or not? All of these issues. I don't know. We didn't talk about floor plans, but that's one that I've heard bandied about a lot too, is on the mind of people.
Right. Yeah. Now we have hopefully some breathing room to put these plans into place. So do we bring some of our workforce back in those core functional areas first and do a phase approach? Do we separate our workstations now to give a bit more social distancing? What about our employee population base that's at higher risk, maybe for health or age? Do we continue to accommodate them? Do we allow, where we perhaps haven't allowed before, this flexibility of work from home and in the office? I know we've got a lot of people that are dying to get back in because maybe their home environment is as conducive, or they just miss that social interaction piece. How do we continue to nurture that, but in a good way? What do we do for our cleaning processes, for your continued onboarding? There's just so many things to just pause while we have this time to put a good plan in together, rather than being thrust into it like we were in the past couple of weeks.
The higher risk thing must take on so many dimensions. It could be like, oh, my husband or wife is higher risk. No, I've got to meet with a customer on a sales call and they might be higher risk, or my current customer, or this conference I'm supposed to be at, and all of that stuff. I can't imagine so many issues. With that in mind, Rachelle Snook, you've got plenty to do. I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much. She's the Global Talent Director at WD-40 based in San Diego. Again, good luck with everything.
Thanks for having me, Todd, and stay healthy and well, everybody. Take care.